Hey Capricorns, welcome to April 2020. So this is an interesting reading. I think with everything that's going on right now, you guys are now forced to get really intuitive. I think there definitely is a divide. I think there is a duality between ambition and material energy, and then the ethereal, like non-material energy, right? And because right now, not a lot of people are working, ambitions have kind of been thrown out the window in some aspect. Everything's been put on pause, and you don't have those deadlines. You don't have that anxiety to work. Now the intuitive side is coming into play. So the High Priestess card popped out when I was tapping into the Capricorn energy, but that was the only card that came out. And I just kept going, kept going. I was like really like drilling it in, and no other cards wanted to come out. And what that tells me, Capricorn, is that although you've recognized that now you are becoming a lot more intuitive and aware about what's going on in your surrounding, especially like metaphysically, that's it. You've just kind of acknowledged it, but it's like, I'm not going to dive into it. I'm getting, you're getting like messages and you're getting signs and you're getting little tidbits of information, but you're not exploring it further. And that's because this is still an awkward energy for you. You're more focused still on the physical world with that earth sign, with that earth sign energy that you have, that you don't want to necessarily tap into your intuition. And I'm here to tell you that unfortunately, Capricorn, this month you're getting forced into it. There is going to be something that happens to you this month, especially where your intuition is confirmed and it is without a doubt. You're like, I knew it. And that is really going to shock you because you never took yourself as an intuitive being before. You took yourself as very grounded and very kind of focused. And here is this intuitive premonition, energy, thought, just cue, sign, signal from the universe that you actually listen to. And remember, when it does come true, when it comes back up, you're going to be like, holy crap, I am an intuitive being. And what that does, Capricorn, is it forces you on a subconscious level to conform to it, to say, okay, I'm now officially an intuitive. I'm now officially a psychic. You own it very quickly. As soon as it's confirmed, you own it 100% and say, yes, I'm an intuitive being. I'm empathic. You're whatever. You're everything that you didn't even realize that you were before, that you kind of needed this kind of craziness in order to recognize it. And what you do, Capricorn, is you apply it to your partnership. So there's some sort of relationship that is the obstacle and the aid to this conformity, to this approval of your intuitive self. Because I think for so long, like your subconscious also has a Queen of Cups under here. So Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, female. I think for so long you kind of just said that this person was the intuitive one, whether it be somebody who's passed away or somebody that you are close to now or like a mother figure now. You always just kind of said they're the intuitive ones, but you didn't realize that even just being connected to them, you never would have had an attraction to them, never would have had a connection to them unless you shared something in common. And what you share is this intuitive energy and is this intuitive knowledge. So it is time to just approve yourself and say, yes, I'm conforming to the idea that I am intuitive and not allowing this partnership to block you by saying, no, it's my partner who's the intuitive one. It's this person who has all the intuition and the psychic abilities. They actually were doing you a disservice by being so intuitive because it's almost like, okay, well, I don't need to focus on that. I can just focus on the material world. You've been doing a lot of rest at home, of course, and I think you're okay with it. I think you're definitely okay with it. I think out of all the signs, Capricorn is pretty peaceful with the rest, right? Because you have a chance to do everything that you didn't have time for before. You're still creating and you're still ambitious when it comes to what's going on in your home life. You're just transferring it. It's no longer in the workforce. Now it's actually in your home life. So you're seeing more of a benefit as well. This is the energy that you're bringing to your life right now in April 2020, Capricorn, and that's the Hangman. So a lot of sacrifice. You're just really sacrificing a lot. I don't know if it's going to be credited or appreciated. Everybody's in their own bubble of fear and anxiety. So as much as you're sacrificing so much, is there really a point to? Because nobody's noticing it, and it's just going to make you resentful. So if you feel like you don't want to have to make these sacrifices, then don't. Just do what's best for you. It is kind of the energy right now. It is a little bit of survival of the fittest, and like kind of it's a weird energy, right? Like it's every man for himself, but then also so desperate to reach out and have that connection, to even just be able to walk down the street and say hi. But then there's a little bit of fear where it's like, don't spit on me, or, look at me, like things like that. So it's a very awkward energy. In Capricorn right now, you're making so many sacrifices where I just don't know if they're going to be worth it in the long run. So really look at your priorities, really look at where you're sacrificing, and really question if they're even worth making those sacrifices. Because your family and friends, they're doing better than you are when it comes to everything that's going on. Although Capricorns are doing well, your family and friends, for some reason, are doing even better through all this. Maybe they're not taking it seriously enough, or maybe it's because of your sacrifices. Maybe it's because of something that you've given up that's now allowed them this freedom, or, this security, or the stability, or even just that feeling of safety. You have a really, really safe energy to you. And I think all of your hard work that you've done thus far is allowing you to feel safe through all this. And it's allowing your family and friends to also feel safe as well. So kudos. Hope and fear is a death card. You want things to go back to normal, but you don't. You want to just definitely transform through all this, but you don't. There's a little bit of a hope and a fear. You didn't hate yourself before, even though Saturn is your ruling planet, and Saturn can be such a bitch when it comes to insecurities and self-limitations and self-doubt. You actually did have a lot of positive feelings towards yourself and your ambitions, and that's why you have a little bit of a fear when it comes to transforming yourself. So the outcome, Capricorn, for your April 2020, and the only reason why this reading is so short is because you only had the one card pop out. You haven't fully embraced your intuitive energy yet. So hopefully next month there's a lot more information that comes through. But your outcome is thinking that you need to move on, stop making the sacrifices, letting go, using this time alone to really tap into your own thoughts, and you don't have that outside chatter. You don't have the distractions of work and ambitions to kind of keep you stagnated, especially when it comes to a relationship. So you're thinking that you have to move on, and what that does is it brings in new thoughts, and therefore something completely new. So April 2020, even with everything that's going on, you guys are still manifesting new beginnings, like in like every aspect. So you guys are awesome. Like even in this time of crisis, you're still bringing in opportunities. And that is such a beacon of hope for other people who are just kind of like, no, everything's on hold. You're like, actually, it's not on hold. There's this new beginning or that new beginning, or, whatever it is. I appreciate you guys so much. And as always, if you want a personalized reading, my email address is beyondyoursunsign@gmail.com. And we'll figure out exactly what these new beginnings are in order for you to tap into it and embrace it. It'll come a lot easier, a lot swifter, and it won't be as uncomfortable when it comes to that adjustment. Love you, Capricorn, so much, and I will see you next month. Bye, guys.